Controversial subject in cities across the country, but a new study finds red light cameras actually save lives. The new report shows the cameras have reduced fatal crashes by 24% in 14 large cities where they were introduced between 1996 and 2004. But opponents dispute the study, saying previous studies have shown the cameras cause more crashes. All right, we want to tell you that dozens of flights in and out of Buffalo are already canceled because of this winter storm. And be sure to check out WIVB.com for the latest flight information if you are flying out today or tomorrow. Let's get right over to Mike and the storm.
Midwest really getting pounded by the storm at this point. And, you know, we don't want to scare people unnecessarily, but we want you to be prepared that travel will become difficult, especially later tonight and during the morning hours tomorrow. So let's get right to it and check it out on the satellite and radar pictures. We had a weaker system work through the area last night and early this morning. We told you about it yesterday, and that has diminished very rapidly now across the area as of the noon hour. That snow hightailing toward the eastern side of the state. This is the mess that's heading our way tonight and tomorrow from the Midwest. And you may have noticed there was some blue, that's snow. There was some pink, that's ice, and some rain to the south of that. Just a really nasty storm for a large portion of the country. So this is what I'm anticipating. And finally today, at least the short-range computer guidance that we base our forecasts on kind of coming more into agreement than they were yesterday. So that's helping us out a little bit. But it looks like snow is going to be redeveloping tonight, and by later tonight, we could be having some heavier bursts of snow across the area. As we get into the morning hours tomorrow, in fact, maybe even later tonight, it looks like some sleet is going to start to mix into the south of the city and possibly even some freezing rain closer to the Pennsylvania line. It is possible, based on the data that I'm looking at this morning, that we may even see a little bit of that sleet mixing in here in the Buffalo Metro for a while tomorrow morning before it goes back over to snow during the afternoon hours. Areas to the north of the city will have the greatest likelihood of all snow out of this and some high drifts, too, especially across Niagara and Orleans counties. The winds are really going to be whipping up tonight, and in some spots it could be at least a foot to a foot and a half if it's all snow in those areas. Again, that's primarily areas to the north of the city. Now, let's take a look at it on Super Microcast and step you through this hour by hour. Today's precipitation, pretty insignificant now for the rest of the afternoon. Cloudy skies, maybe a few light snow showers out there. It's as we get into tonight that the storm that we've been telling you about will start to impact the area. First, the precipitation working up from out of the southwest. Again, I think our Microcast might be hitting the sleet a little too hard here, especially to areas to the north. But it looks at least as though for a while tomorrow morning we could have some oscillation between snow and sleet, even in the Buffalo Metro. It's going to be much more likely that we're going to see that change over to ice. Now, that's going to tend to keep down these snowfall accumulations across this area to the south. As we work through the afternoon hours tomorrow and into the evening hours, the precipitation goes back over to snow and will taper to some scattered snow showers across the region on Thursday. Right now, 21 degrees in Buffalo. We have 20 from the Falls, 21 down there at Jamestown, 19 at Wellsville, and a bit of a wind chill already. And this is going to be fairly nasty by the finish of the afternoon. We're coming up with 9 degrees in Buffalo, 5 from the Falls and Dunkirk. The sunset time, that's at 5:29 this afternoon. And for the rest of today, it's going to be cloudy with a few snow showers, especially to the south. A nasty wind chill, the high temp 22 to 26 for the overnight. Snow and wind will increase. The snow will mix with sleet and possibly some freezing rain further south toward the Pennsylvania border, especially in areas to the south of the city. Accumulations in the metro and northward 4 to 7 inches overnight, and about 2 to 4 to the south. The low temps tonight, 20 to 25 degrees, maybe even a rumble of thunder in there. Tomorrow, snow and a wintry mix changing back to snow in the afternoon and evening. Accumulations 4 to 6 up to the north, 2 to 4 in the metro southward, 27 to 32. And the final accumulations, if all this pans out, 8 to 13 in Niagara and Orleans, 6 to 12 in the metro and central areas, southern tier, northern PA, 4 to 9. On Thursday, partly sunny, few scattered snow showers, 15 to 20. Will be about 25 degrees on Friday with some sunshine returning to our sky.
Remember, tomorrow morning you'll be here to give us the latest.
And meteorologist Don Paul is in tonight for another look at it, too. Excellent. Happy birthday, by the way, today.
Oh, thank you very much.